So as y'all know, I'ma start telling my stories. Since y'all already know that, uh, I'ma speak them as truthfully as possible, as long as I want, as accurate as possible. I'm gonna be the one telling these stories, so it ain't gonna be nobody else telling it, so it can't get confused. Ain't nobody out there making nobody else agree with them on something that's not agreeable. I'm gonna be telling these stories because they need to be told. I sat back for many years and heard many stories, and now I'm here to talk about those stories. Not the one that was written about me 10 years ago that was all online. I ain't care about that one. That shit, that was such bull crap. But I want to talk about this recently one that everybody think that they know. Let me let y'all know something. Hatred and jealousy is real big. You understand me? And if it was that close, why you didn't just say that? So I could have just told you how I felt. But instead, people like to hide behind in the background, and they like to do all that stuff. And you know, they done tried to do whatever they tried to do and thought that was gonna work, but they didn't know who I was. They didn't know that that stuff don't work on me. It don't work on me. And like all that other crap, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking because I know that they're going to see this video, and I know that they're going to look at this video, and they're going to recollect and start thinking back on a lot of the times that a lot of that stuff didn't work, and now they're gonna think back on why it didn't work. Cause it, I'm him. That's why it didn't work. Told you. Ask your government who I am. 1 foot, 2 foot solid ground, fool. That's why. And then it's remarkable because most of the time people try to find things, and most of the time it's like Waldo. It's right there in front of you. You just got to put some color to it, like a color folk. And then when you put some color to it, that's when you can see better. And then the mind, it transition faster because it has color. Better than black and white. That's why we have color television these days. Add some color to your vision is what I'm trying to tell these people. And you will see. But you ain't adding color because your contrast of your lens to your pupil is still black and white. Meaning that everything that you did was black and white. I'm sitting back looking at it in color like, man, I'm about to freaking live in color these fools. Because y'all don't know nothing. And y'all thought y'all did, but y'all don't know nothing. So I'm gonna tell my stories about how the witches and the warlocks thought they was powerful here in Florida. How these people be coming from all elsewhere thinking that they like that. But I asked y'all a question about Walt Disney, Disneyland, Disney World in Orlando, whatever you want to call it. Do y'all really think Walt Disney mind was that strong by himself that he can do all that? That he can make that much stuff, make all this stuff? Y'all think that Walt Disney by himself? Something wrong with y'all. It's the basis of lines that's going on now, but nobody don't want to open their mind and see it. Everybody want to stay settled. Then they want you to be settling to this box, like where they trying to put God in this box. So many of y'all are dying because y'all want that little circle right here. But I'm trying to tell y'all something. Don't put God in a box. And I'm talking to those who I would be speaking upon the stories. And many occasions people, they be altering people's futures, right? And you have no right to come and alter nobody's future. You don't have no right to alter nobody's kid's future, and they have no right to alter anyone else's future. And so when you do things like that, right, you become a ping pong ball. That's who you become. And so when you become a ping pong ball, as well as a paddle, you get to swinging that thing. And then, just how long you know how to play ping pong. And so I know that they're looking, I know that they're listening, and I know that they want to know what's going on. So like I tell them that by your cause of your hand and your thoughts, you are being charged. You are being charged. And since you had thoughts and you had any issues with me, you should have came to me and told me that you had a problem with me. And if you think that you took anything from me as far as money, inheritance, houses, anything, you a ping pong ball. And if you think not, you want me to come to you or you want to come to me? I'm giving you one more chance to talk this out so you can know what this is about. Go run to the police. I done told you about that police stuff, didn't I? You called the police. Your police came and checked me out. After they watched me for a whole year, they came to realize that you done got yourself into something that you should never had even thought that you should have got yourself into. That's what you got yourself into. That's what you got yourself into. Now, for those people that got y'all into this, I always ask them to come and talk about that bull crap. And so I can tell them what's going on. So I can tell them how it's going to happen. And see if they still want to call the police. Because last time I heard somebody say I was scared of the police. Not scared of the police. I have authority for police. I respect. But in the police department, if you're not being who you're supposed to be, where is the respect? It's like, we know. You have an attitude for what? You pulled me over. What you got an attitude for? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get home. You pulled me over. Why you have an attitude? Oh, because you're not a good officer. That's why you have an attitude. But y'all, they act like we supposed to be slow out here or something. Now I told y'all, ask your government. But y'all won't. They know what's going on. I'll keep trying to tell y'all. And they know that this is going on in Tampa, Florida right now with me and these people. And they're watching. They're watching very careful because they know I'm off the scale with it. But like I told them, that's not what I'm doing. And as they kept looking, and these people tried to tell them that I was doing something else, y'all, don't come to find out, I done changed a lot of their lives. A lot of them people now believing in God. A lot of them people now, you know what I'm saying, like they starting to see, like God is real. And like these people, they had a problem with me being favored by God. That was their problem. They had a problem with God taking care of me when they knew that they weren't helping me. Just like all my baby mamas. How y'all go around talking about me, but y'all the ones that's, you know what I'm saying, crippling me. And then you say help your kids, which is my kids. I'm already doing it. I've been doing that. But you go around talking about the same person that you're crippling. And you're spending my children's money and my money on other people. So you're going to have to pay for that. You are. You're going to have to pay for that. I already done told the government you're going to have to pay for that. I'm trying to be honest with y'all as possible. Why you think I'm free? After all the stuff that they did and said about me, why y'all think I'm free? Because I told your government sat back and watched for a year. They said, let's see what Mr. Bird's talking about, because we done heard them. We done heard all they talks, all they reports. We done heard all of them, right? They done heard them, y'all. Now they want to see what I'm talking about. I said, no, let me show you what I'm talking about. So I went to showing them people some things. And now them people saying hallelujah. Them people saying hallelujah now. And they know that them people gonna have to pay. They know them people gonna have to pay. Because what they did, that shit backfired. It came back. I'll tell them to their face, like I'm telling to their face now. What you did, it boomerang back 10 times the pressure. Because you don't know who I am. Hey, listen. I'm only strong because of God and Jesus, which is my Father. And they are two different people. I be trying to tell people, God and Jesus are two different people. Two different people. Jesus said that his Father would be what? Praise, give all glory to his Father. Jesus didn't say give all praise and glory to me. So why would he be talking of another person, y'all? Come on, man. Use your common sense, man. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Why would Jesus say that? Why would he say give praise, glory to my Father? If he wasn't a different person from his Father. And then why wouldn't there be a Trinity? Why wouldn't there be a third? Why wouldn't there be 3 different people? Why would Jesus say, not God, his Father, why would Jesus say, I would send back another to finish up this gospel? Jesus said that, not Jehovah, not Elohim. Jesus said that. He would send back another to finish the gospel. Jesus said that he's not to be praised. His Father in heaven is to be praised. So that was Jesus talking twice about 2 different other people besides himself. 3 different people. And so just like his Father sent his Son, Jesus turned around and sent his Son. He did the same thing his Father did. His Father sent his only Son, so Jesus turned around and did the same thing. Sent his only Son to finish up the gospel like he told us he would. So go ask your government what's happening around here. Am I homeless? Fucking no, I ain't homeless. Who said I was homeless? Bitch, I got like 4 or 5 motherfucking keys to a house. To come numerous houses. Nah, but they tried to make me homeless, but it didn't work the way that they thought it was gonna work, y'all. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, these people really had a plan to bring me down. But like I told them, anytime they feeling aki or hockey, it's whatever. And I'm down and I got some gold teeth too. And I done told the police on this one group of story people, like, I'm just talking about this one group of story, the one that happened recently, about my guns, about my AK, about my 38 revolver, about my other 38 that don't spit out the shells, that do spit out the shells, meant to say. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, all my guns and stuff, like, in the possession of these people, because somebody couldn't keep their motherfucking mind straight and strong. But bitch, you fucked up. So yeah, they had got my guns, y'all. They kept taking my guns through the years as they had me, you know what I'm saying, in their little woo-woo. You know what I'm saying? First they took my revolver. So I noticed that my revolver was gone. And then they took the other one. And then they just took my AK when they came in with the police and all the other stuff. They had took my AK. So now they got my AK running around here with my guns. Like they hard or something. But they only could have done that because some stupid behind person that knew the truth, y'all. Like, how can you be up here manifesting and doing all this stuff and knowing that somebody powerful real powerful, right? How can you be doing all this stuff and then you let these people trick you? Man, you was a fool. But I'm telling y'all, this person knew how powerful I am and still had a weak enough spirit to let them people trick that person into going against me, knowing how powerful I was. But because I didn't express it then, y'all, I didn't have to express it because there was so many weak people here. Weak. Why I need to be this powerful when y'all weak as hell around here? But now y'all got a different story coming. Go ask your government. Keep telling y'all think this a game? This ain't no game, but y'all turned it into one. Go ask your government. This ain't just impulse. Y'all see it pulsing. That's a pulse. That's a pulse. You better get yourselves right around here. That's a pulse. That thing beating, ain't it? Anyway, like I said, I'll show y'all a little something just like I've been showing them. Because it's only right that I show y'all a little something. Because I've been showing them a whole lot. Yeah, I've been showing your government a whole lot. And I'm only talking like that because I know these people sitting back and they looking. And they like, yo, y'all mean to tell me that y'all had him like liking y'all, loving y'all at one point in time and y'all couldn't see that? No, jealousy and envy is a mother, y'all. It'll make people, like that song say, rob their own mother for the love of money. You can spend from your own brother for the love of money. Like, that would make people not see God. And definitely won't let them see Jesus. But like I said, y'all, I'm going to tell my stories. I'm going to tell them in various ways. In the ways that I want to tell them. Not the way other people told them. They already done told their stories. Telling people to shut up now. Y'all done heard them, right? Y'all heard them tell all they can tell. Y'all done heard them say some of the same stuff over and over as if that's the only story that they heard, right? So telling people to shut up now. Now the real source is talking. The one that everybody said that something was wrong with. Obviously something wrong with them. They thought something was wrong with me. Did they try to do they woo and they voo? Yeah, they tried to do that. But they don't know that I ate that stuff like a moon pie. Moon pie? You don't get it? Anyway. Ate that stuff like a moon pie. It wasn't sweet enough for me. And just because I don't boast, I don't have to boast about who I am or the things that I know. Everybody should be friendly and kindred to each other and treat others how you want to be treated. Now, when it comes to a different story, I'm going to look at you. That's it. And when I look at you, just know that everything that pertains to whatever you thought, it's going to get unraveled. No matter how much you try to hide it, no matter how much you try to run from it, it's going to track you down. And it's going to unravel you. I got some people that can verify that it will track you down and it will unravel you. I'm talking about my protection. And so now I'm telling these people more about me, especially in this city, so that they can get a better understanding about why I'm not around certain people and a lot of people anymore. It's because these people done played and they know what time it is. I'll say that again so they can hear me clear. In my city of Tampa, Florida, 813, a lot of these people done played and they know what time it is. I'm telling them what time it is. Y'all have come up against something that you had no idea about. Now, I done told you before, if you know, you need to tell them people to get as far away from you as possible. If you know, I'm going to say it one more time. If you know, from Sanford, Florida through Orlando, all the way from Orlando to all the way to Tampa, to St. Pete, to Sarasota, down there where my daddy's house is at, off Orange Street, Martin Luther King script. If you know anything about what I'm talking about, get far away from them people. Now, I'm only doing that because I'm being nice. I'm being nice. So from Sanford, Florida, Bo Keep, all the way to Tampa, Florida. If you know, and you know who my father was, get away from them people. I'm just letting you know. And the government know it ain't gonna be nobody but God, because they done sat back and watch it. I'm telling y'all the truth. Your government know it ain't gonna be nobody but God, because they have sat back for a year and watched it. They watch things in the sky. They watch me do some things. Why you think your government is saying Jesus and God all of a sudden? Come on, folks. Because when people done seen something. That's why. That's why it's all about Jesus now. This will become a Christian nation now. Why you think it's all about putting God back in the schools now? Why y'all think what I said about the children? Last year I said, hey, if y'all messing with them children, we gonna come for you. Why you think that became the #1 thing? Why? Why it became the #1 thing? I'm trying to tell y'all something. That's why. Maybe I done seen this before. Who knows? Maybe I act the way I act 1 and 2 because maybe I done seen something before, and maybe I want to slow myself down and enjoy it this time. How do y'all know that? Y'all can't say that you don't know that, because I can give you an example of how y'all might have evidence of that. It's called deja vu. So if you sit here right now and you deny deja vu, then you're not truthful. So once again, how do y'all know that I have not seen this already? Now, I just gave y'all an example of evidence. It's called deja vu. When you dream, and then you come back a week or two, maybe a month later, you have deja vu, right? When you up, right? So who to say that I haven't seen this already? Who's to say? But you have deja vu, meaning that you seen something a week or two or a month before it happened. And your deja vu, right? Everybody should have deja vu. If you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. I can't go down that rabbit hole with you. But I'm talking about for those that have deja vu. Right? You dream it, month, some weeks maybe. You see it while you up. You like, oh my God, this is deja vu, right? So I'm asking y'all, what make y'all think that I have not seen this already? But evidence showed that we have deja vu. Evidence showed that it can happen. So I'm asking y'all, what make y'all think that I ain't seen this already? So once again, to those epitome of fools out there, Don't never ever think that y'all know too much. Don't never ever think that y'all know anybody. Because knowledge is knowledge. And if you don't have the right knowledge, you're going to perish. Because once again, deja vu, most of everybody done had it. So I ask you before I leave you with this question. What make you think I ain't seen this already? Right. So like I said, y'all keep talking. I keep listening, but I don't know what the heck y'all be talking about. Especially the people with the tribes. I don't know. It's like y'all talk, but God said we're going to be a people. If he said that we're going to be a tribe, then we can be a tribe. But he said we're going to be his people. Meaning that if you're still fighting or arguing about being a tribe, or where does Jesus come, what tribe, or what tribe is what tribe, then you're lost. That's your loss. Stay there, and we're going to move forward in what we know. And if you don't understand what I'm speaking, go read the book of Titus. It has it in there what we're finna do. Go read the book of Titus. The book of Titus will tell y'all what's finna happen next. Why this generation can no longer wait on those that act like they don't know what's going on. Y'all can keep acting like you don't know what's going on. You can keep on being there acting like you want to be on that side. But when we get to moving and we shut those doors, and for y'all that know about what I'm talking about, shutting them doors, we're not opening those doors. So everything that's on the outside, that's just on the outside. And like I said, y'all ain't got to understand what I speak, because I don't understand half of the stuff that y'all talk about. So I'm always willing. So always remember, you're worthy, you're eternal, you made in us. Who is us? We God's people. I'm gonna keep telling y'all that. You got to love one another. Always show love before you show hate, because hate always gonna show across your face first before love does, because hate just spools itself out. So always try to keep a smile. Always remember that our children are our future. If it's not our fight for our children, then what are we fighting for? Parents, especially women, you are mostly raising these children. Get these kids out the streets. When you get that phone call that your child's in jail or something happened to your child, you can't blame no one. You can't blame no one but yourself, because these people don't give y'all 2 years to get your kids out the street, but y'all gonna sit back and y'all gonna try to talk to people like me, who's been paying attention to it all, and saying, hey, these people done told y'all for 2 years to get y'all kids out the streets, and now y'all want to cry because these people putting that banyan down on y'all kids. But I remember back in 2024 when the people first came and told y'all to get y'all kids out the damn streets. Now here it is 3 years later. Now these people taking action, and now y'all want to cry. These people gave y'all over damn 1,000 days to get your damn kids out the streets, and y'all didn't take it. So now your kids are being gunned down and mauled down in the streets, and now you out here crying. When these people gave y'all 3 years, over 1,000 days to get your damn kids. And then y'all want people like me to feel sorry. Y'all want people like me to feel some type of way because of what's happening. That stuff don't stop. We can no longer continue this type of madness. We can no longer continue this type of dysfunctionness. That's why I just told y'all, go read the book of Titus. It will tell y'all what's finna happen, and how like we're finna separate ourselves from those that don't want the knowledge. We're not gonna sit around and keep trying to give y'all knowledge and keep giving y'all all this stuff, and y'all don't want to take heed to us. Y'all don't want to listen to authority. Y'all don't want to do nothing. So then y'all become the heathens. Y'all become the heathens, and the ones that y'all say are the heathens, they become y'all in y'all spot. And then y'all become the heathens amongst each other with hatred in your heart, mad for whatever. Let's just take President Trump for example. let's say the year 2035, 37, right? He should be pretty up in the age, right? But it's gonna be so many videos and so much of stuff going around of his younger self that you people gonna be having heart attacks, and y'all gonna be getting mad at old videos of a dead man that's no longer here on this planet. But since social media is rolling, y'all gonna be seeing his videos come up, and y'all gonna be getting angry still. How you gonna be getting angry at a dead man that's dead and gone, sleeping peaceful, and he's no longer the president? We done had about 4 or 5 different presidents since him, but since he's still popping up on our screens, on our social medias and stuff like that, you all never gonna gain the knowledge not to get mad at that, and you're gonna get mad at something that's not even relevant, because that's what type of people that y'all gonna be. Y'all never gonna learn how to come up. Y'all gonna be stuck here. So when y'all see all this old stuff, y'all still gonna get mad. Y'all still gonna be like, catching feelings off stuff that's not even like you should be catching feelings for. Just because y'all don't know nothing, and ain't nobody here to teach y'all nothing. Because all the pastors and the preachers that was supposed to be here teaching y'all and getting y'all ready for us, people like me, when we came and we was giving y'all this knowledge, they was too busy messing around with little children. So of course they couldn't see God's sons and daughters coming. So now the government themselves, they have to go in and they have to look, and they have to do what the preachers were supposed to do. And if y'all haven't noticed, that's why our government is turning back into a God and Jesus nation, because what the preachers and the pastors was supposed to do, the government is going back doing it. But you had all these pastors, and as you can see that they're still getting arrested, y'all. They still getting found out every day, every week, of another pastor that's been touching on children for years, all across this nation, all in these little behind cities and towns. Y'all haven't noticed that they all getting their doors knocked on? And they were supposed to be here with the knowledge, and so that they could have told y'all about people like me that have been awakened with knowledge. But instead, they had other things going on. Like as you go turn on your television, you look on your social media, you seeing that they're getting caught for doing what? Messing with children. It's like every pastor getting caught. It's like it's a freaking what that thing called? You have to have a memoir or a script. Like you can't become a pastor unless you like little kids. And like I know that's not the case, but for the last 10 years, every pastor that done got arrested for some type of child abuse or some type of child exploitation, right? So I'm here to tell the church right now, if you are found out to be on the other side of this thing, man, you know what I'm talking about. If you are found out to be on the other side of this thing, then you know what I'm talking about. See, these pastors and these church people, y'all, some of them know too. Don't be fooled. They know too, y'all. And so that's why I talk like this, because I talk across a broad of a board. And so many people will hear me speak and they'll think that, oh, okay, no, I'm addressing many people at one time. That's why I speak like this. I'm addressing many people, not just one group of people, not one just sector of people. So if you try to figure out why I talk like this, it's because I'm addressing many groups of people at one time, because I know there's many groups of people that watches me and listens to me. But yet, what they came to find out was that the ones that was sent to watch me as like a partly handle, you know what a handler is in the Illuminati, the handler, when those people were sent to watch me, they couldn't control me. When they were sent to watch me, they couldn't control me. So they couldn't control me as far as when I was a little kid, because it was more easy and broader, because my mind wasn't filled with a lot of things. But now I'm older, so they have to come closer, y'all, because the stuff that they was doing when I was a kid is not working anymore. So they have to come closer to see if it's because they're still from afar that it's not working, or they have to come closer for it to work. Well, neither one. They don't have to come closer, or they don't have to do neither one of them. And I'm talking like this across a broad of a board, y'all, meaning that I'm speaking to different groups of people. That's why it sounds like this. I can stay with one group of people like the people I was talking about in the beginning, but I'm already done with them. And since I don't come on here like that, I talk across a broad of a board, but y'all might not understand what I'm talking about. But those people that's looking and watching, they know exactly what I'm talking about. See, that's the difference. As long as my message is getting to the right people, that's all that matters. So like I say, I'm going to be thunder, and he going to be my lightning. And if you know anything else besides anything, I promise you, I can tell you a lot of things, but I won't, because I want you to witness them. I want you to witness. And so, I'll leave that with y'all. Always know, study to show thyself approved. Always remember that ain't nobody scared of nobody. You understand me? It's called respect. It's called respect. And you only get as much respect as you give. And if you into voodoo and hex and all that, let me let you know something. When it come to me, don't try it. Don't try it. You gonna find out that they're gonna be one of the last things that you ever did here on this place. Don't try it. I'm being more honest and opening with people because a lot of people didn't know, like they seen me, but I always be quiet because these people won't know none of the stuff that I know. They don't know none of the stuff I know. And to save a lot of people, just be quiet is what I did. But now that they done started and they done opened up something, I'm letting them know, hey, what was you looking for? What was it about me that made you come over here thinking that you could come and do this? What about me made you, oh, did you listen to some female? Well, what female? I can tell you if she still wants to sleep with me, if she still wants to bow her head down to my navel. What female? What guy? What guy? What guy from Sanford all the way to Orlando to St. Pete got a problem with me? What person in the military got a problem with me? What military? What branch they in? I guarantee I'll snatch their whole pension right now. And they'll be like, hey, how did this happen? Well, I'll snatch their pension right now. What military branch? What police department? I'll snatch their pension right now. Because y'all don't know nothing about me. I'm real authority. I'm real authority. I'll snatch your pension right now. And so, when I talk to these people like this, right, they know that I know what I'm talking about. So when I talk to these people like this, y'all, right, one thing that we came when we collected all data, right, we found out that these people will go crazy if you snatch their pension. You go to talk about these people pension, they scream up real quick. Oh, my pension. Because that's what they depend on. They don't depend on God. They depend on money. That's why. That's how I know how to do these people. That's how I know how to move around, shift them around. Because money is their God. That's why they'll never be on my level. They'll never, ever, ever, ever. Because money is their God. So when I went to talk about these people pension, y'all got the key? I'm giving y'all a key. When I went to talk about them people pension, y'all. All right, collectors, you got it now? When I went to talking about them people pensions, they strained up real quick. Checkmate. Who want their pension snatched? Call me the pension snatcher. We had an era of chain snatchers. Now I'm gonna have us an era of pension snatchers. Y'all don't want to mess with me. Where y'all want to go at? The Mars? But I tell y'all what, there go a key for those out there that been getting their life handled to them by people around them, that don't think that you know. That's a key. Tell them you gonna snatch their pension, because everybody know that's what they depend on in the end of their days. They don't depend on God. They depend on that pension money. So go to talk about their money and they strain up real quick. Go to talking about that P-word, that pension. Oh man, they ain't a part of no covenants no more. They gotta let all them people go, because now you messing with them people money. And one thing we know, that all this is all about money. And when you go to messing with them people money, they got to cut your ass loose. And now you just a sitting duck. Just sitting duck. That's y'all out. But like I say, I do be offering these same people that had things to talk about, I be offering them to come on here and let's talk these things out. But obviously y'all see that they scary, that when they thought that they had the upper hand, when they thought that they had the whole city up rallied against them and with them, they was bold, they was proud, they was black and proud like James Brown. But now they acting like Bobby Brown. No offense, I just had to say that. And I remember when I first came on here, they were calling me a crackhead. Listen, y'all, when I go to telling my stories and I go to telling y'all about some real true crackheads here, and I go to talk about some real bases here, people that was on all that smack and cocaine and even crack that y'all wouldn't even know that was on crack, because I used to sell a whole lot of that. And so I used to be in those places and I used to see those people. When I go to telling y'all about these people and about all these police behind people out here, man, and all these people that's and be out here with their girlfriends and all that crap, no, man, listen, I done told y'all, if they got a problem, get on here now. Get on here now. Because I don't want no problems later, because I'm trying to tell you it ain't going to be no problem. Get on here now. When you was on here before, where is it? Let's talk about it now. Because when I get to talking and you bring yourself around here playing, first I'm going to ask the people that you called the police to come and deal with you. And then if the police don't want to deal with you, That means that they grab their popcorn and they gonna sit back and watch what the hell gonna happen. That's what that means. But yeah, when I get to telling my story, I'm gonna tell y'all about all the, man, listen. They were trying to call me that because they know that's what they was. And they all tried to pile up, but I'm asking them, where are they at now? Where is the people from Sanford? Where's the people from Orlando? Where's the people from all these places? Where are you? Where is the family members that thought it'd be a good idea to come in my city? Where are y'all? Let me show you how this really works. Let me show you who your big cousin is. Do I got to come to Bokeep to come talk to y'all up under that tree? Or do I have to come to Bokeep to come talk to y'all, period? Do I have to come to Orlando? I was just in Orlando partying with the Mexicans last Thursday night. I was at the Cowboy, down there partying my behind off. So, like I say, I don't know where y'all done got off at, but let me start to introduce myself to y'all so y'all can understand who I am and that these people done played. And I'm asking them where they at. But see, since they don't have the police on their side no more, y'all, they gonna hide. Because we all know that the police is the last thing that they have as for protection. And if you take the police away from them, they don't have nothing. So what I did was I took the police away from them. The first thing I did was put my big bright light, my big bright shining spirit, and I showed the police, hey, I'm no threat. Hey, look at me. I go to work every day. Look at me. Matter of fact, how long am I at work? Man, sometimes the people see me at work all night long. And they like, well, how is he out here, or how is he doing the things that these people say that he's doing if we see him at work? So then those people's stories start to become phosphates, caca, cow manure, false stories, made up stories. Because that's all it was in the first beginning. And now the police department knows that they was made up stories. They was to make me look a certain way. It was to make me not be who I am or who I was going to become, because they went and they looked into my Kakashi records and they see where I was going and they didn't like it. But I'm here to tell them that you should have looked further. If you'd have looked a little further, you would have seen the fire in my eyes. And like I told y'all, I'm going to tell my stories and I'm going to tell them truthfully. And if I have to call names, I will, but I won't. I'm just going to tell my stories and I'm going to keep it moving, because y'all already told y'all. And I'm going to talk about all these crackheads out here. The real crackheads that's walking around here acting like they ain't crackheads. I'm going to talk about the real jealous people out here. The real people out here that has envy in their heart. And if any of these people got a problem, or I told them, all they got to do is think of, just think that you got a problem. And I guarantee you, it'll be solved. See y'all on the next one.